The OKAW Area Vocational Center online application process is now open. Students can submit their online application by going to www.okaw.us. Once there, all they have to do is click the blue Apply Now button. During the online application process, students are required to select two teachers from their school to provide a reference for them. After the student selects the references and submits their application, the references will be notified via email that the student has requested they provide a reference for the student's application. In the email, you'll be able to click the Reference Dashboard button and view your personalized reference dashboard. On your reference application dashboard, you'll see a list of all the students who have requested you provide a reference for them. You'll see their name, the date they submitted their application, then the classes they chose. Over here in the last column of this table, you'll see a submit button and edit buttons. Submit buttons mean that you need to still submit a reference for that student. An edit button means that you've already submitted a reference for that student, and if you choose to make revisions to that student's reference, you can go back and click the edit button and make revisions. But let's go ahead and click submit and walk through these reference process. So the reference process is broken down into just three simple steps. You're going to put in your personal information, and then you're going to click next. You'll have a personal survey, and this is just rating the student from 1 to 10 on each of these different criteria. So you can just slide across there and rate the student for, from 1 to 10. If you're not familiar with that criteria for the student, you can always leave it at 0, and that won't reflect on the student's application. So you'll go through there, rate the student real quick. If you're not familiar with the emotional maturity, just leave it at 0. Just rate these. In each of these, like I said, if you're not familiar with any of these, you could always leave it at 0, but you can just go ahead and rate them. And then you're going to click next. And then you're going to tell us a little bit about that student, and then down here you're going to recommend the student. So we want to know, yes, I recommend Jonathan for OKAW. Yes, with reservations, I recommend Jonathan for OKAW. And then, or no, I do not recommend Jonathan. And with reservations just means that yeah, you think the student will be good for it, but you have some concerns, and you can, if you do have any concerns, you can leave those concerns up here in the tell us about this student. So you'll select that and click submit, and you'll see a message here thanking you for submitting a reference. So that's all you'll need to do to submit a reference for a student. Once you're done, you can click the back to reference dashboard. You'll come back to your dashboard here, and you'll see that that student's submit button is gone, and it's now an edit button. And now your dashboard, you've submitted all the applications, reference applications for students that you need to. So that is all you need to know about the reference dashboard.